Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I know they dropped down to their knees when they saw this. It's got to be a tough day to be a PlayStation fanboy. And the funny thing is, right, before I get into this video, there's something I got to get off my chest, right? You guys, and when I say you guys, I mean the Xbox, you can thank the PlayStation fanboys for this announcement. You can definitely thank the PlayStation fanboys for this announcement. And I know what you guys are thinking. I know you guys are sitting there saying, well, what do you mean, Sigs, right? Why would they thank the PlayStation fanboys? And well, it's simple, right? Because for the past few weeks, these guys have been running around trying to poo-poo on the Xbox's W, right? Trying to turn it to an L, trying to look at all these different angles, trying to say, oh, well, it's no longer an Xbox, and this means that Xbox is no longer making hardware. Now look at you guys. You guys are basically championing a PC. All of this cope, all of this seethe, and it was funny because Phil Spencer obviously said that they were invested in bringing hardware for these guys, right? But for some reason, these guys, they just didn't want to accept that. They refuse to accept it. That's why I say this announcement wasn't for Xbox guys. Xbox guys already knew that there was going to be more hardware, right? Phil Spencer, he's seen all the talk on X and shit. He was like, you know what, Sarah? Get your ass in front of that teleprompter, right? Because right now we got the knife in. Now it's time to twist it.
Hey there, gamers. DreamCastGuy here, and today we have some breaking news because Xbox has just posted a very strange video. They posted this video that's about 7...
Okay, so we're already jumping out the window, right? We're already talking crazy. Xbox just posted a very strange video, right? Xbox, you know, the gaming platform, right? They just announced that they're going to be making consoles, right? Who would have ever saw that coming?
70 seconds long, talking about the future of next-gen hardware, and it confirms a lot of the leaks and rumors that have been going around that we've been talking about on the channel. It sounds like the next Xbox isn't just going to be made by Microsoft. Other companies are about to start making Xbox consoles, but more than that, it sounds like the next Xbox is going to maybe play Steam. It's going to basically...
and you see, already, there goes the cope. They're already, there they go, starting to tap dance, right? And I knew they were going to be tap dancing still because they always move the goalposts. It'll be interesting to see how they try to get themselves out of this one. It's not maybe it will. We know for a fact that it can, right? We've already seen the Destin Legary video where he was able to have the Xbox handheld that's using the same OS, right? If they can do it on the handheld, why would they not be able to do it on the console? You might as well have made the title of this video, PlayStation games will be playable on the next gen Xbox. That's what you should have made this video. But instead, we got to cast some type of shadow of a doubt, right? Still, even though Phil Spencer is walking him down.
A micro PC, but let's watch the video because some people are saying this isn't a big deal. Some people are acting like this is the end of the world, but I want to just
and nobody's acting like this is the end of the world. I'm going to have to push X to doubt on that one.
Get down with you. I hope you're having a great day. And
nice try, Diddy.
Okay, let's just say this first. A lot of people are making memes because the Xbox Series X and the Series S are some of the worst selling consoles of all time. It's crazy to think about the fact that this Xbox console generation is actually selling measurably worse than the Xbox One, which I have to admit, I thought...
And, you know, here's the thing I'll say about that, right? Because it's no secret that their hardware is not selling very well, right? It's no secret. But when you look at it compared to, you know, Nintendo, PlayStation, it looks like it's just this huge gap because they're damn near double what Xbox has sold. But the last time I looked at this shit, I think Xbox had sold like maybe 30 million, somewhere between 30 million, 40 million. That's still a big fucking number, right? If you're making a product and 30 million people purchase that product, why would you not continue to keep making that product?
That was impossible. The Xbox One was just such a flop, but somehow the series is doing worse. So when I see memes like this, cool to see Microsoft getting back into the hardware game after skipping a generation. Ooh, that is Paul Sassy. Okay, let's start by watching.
I'm glad he got that little preloaded joke off. Does anybody want to give this young man a laugh? No, okay, we'll continue.
Video. All right, here we go.
At Xbox, our vision is for you to play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want. That's why we're investing in our next generation hardware lineup across console, handheld, PC, cloud, and accessories.
Wait a minute. Did she just say console? And look at the look on his face. You see, we're seeing this shit in live action, right? This is this is the look on all the ponies' face. This is what I'm saying. I know they dropped down to their knees when they saw this. But what about all the narratives that they weren't making hardware anymore? And this is what I mean, bruh. Phil Spencer, he pulled out his marker. He's standing there right now. He's like, read that shit, Sarah. And don't you dare mess it up.
I am thrilled to share we've established a strategic multi-year partnership with AMD to co-engineer silicon across a portfolio of devices, including our next-generation Xbox consoles, in your living room and in your hands.
In your hands?
Together with AMD, we are advancing the state of art in gaming silicon to deliver the next generation of graphics.
I mean, like, I'm a PC guy, right? So I'm grinning ear to ear because anything that they're doing, it's going to be brought over to PC, right? And it's no lie, like the gaming side of Windows could definitely use a facelift. And when you look at it, right, if there's somebody that can, you know, step into that market and try to compete with like a Steam OS or whatever, Microsoft has the money to do it. So, I mean, it's a W for gamers everywhere. That's why I'm wondering why our boy here, I wonder why he's looking like a bump on the log. You know what I mean?
Innovation to unlock a deeper level of visual quality and immersive gameplay and player experiences enhanced with the power of AI, all while maintaining compatibility with your existing library of Xbox games. This is all about building you a gaming platform that's always with you, so you can play the games you want across devices anywhere you want, delivering you an Xbox experience not locked to a single store or tied to one device.
Oh yeah, y'all niggas are cooked. Like I said, nobody needed this video. This is for them, right? You see, he's raising his hand like Miss Sarah Bond. He shook. He raising his hand. I got a question. Everybody's seen this coming. Everybody's seen the writing on the wall. I just can't wait to see the new narratives. This is going to get interesting.
That's why we're working closely with the Windows team to ensure that Windows is the #1 platform for gaming.
Hey, they got a lot of work to do. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna cap, all right? Steam is up there. Like, the Steam OS, that's chef's kiss. I say it all the time, right? But they got the money to compete, so we'll see.
Generation of Xbox is coming to life, and this is just the beginning. We can't wait to show you what's next.
Okay, so this confirms, like, 10 separate rumors. One of the talks that's been coming out is that basically Microsoft is trying to find a way to make Xbox more of Windows gaming, meaning the fact that right now, obviously, Windows makes Microsoft literally trillions and trillions of dollars. But the idea of gaming on a lot of Windows handhelds right now, by their own admission, there's been a bunch of tech tests, a lot of devices that run like the tinier version of Windows, like even handhelds and stuff. It's not great. A lot of Windows gaming devices don't run as good. It's not as optimized. It's in a weird spot where it's not bad, but just typical SteamOS, any other handheld, everything runs better than Windows devices. So
nah, not that damn Nintendo Switch. Get out of here. But what he's saying is true. I will go ahead and say that was actually a fair summary of, you know, the window handheld space. I will give him that.
The talk has been that basically they're trying to optimize it. They're trying to make it where if you buy a handheld and it has Windows on it, it works just as good as the Steam Deck and everything, right? Very instant, very smooth, very fun. But the other thing this kind of confirms, in my opinion, is that when you break down what she said, we've established a strategic multi-year agreement. I feel like this is them basically saying this probably isn't coming out until 2028. But here's the thing, grounded in a platform designed for players, not tied to a single store or device.
Yikes.
Now, already on Reddit, they're very much debating what this means. Does that mean the talks of them putting Steam or Epic Store, is that actually going to be on there?
And I'm so tired of it. Is that actually? Boy, it's already been confirmed. We've already seen Destin Legary, you know, bragging about how he was able to play Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. Like, it is confirmed. It's not no rumor. Hell, even Paris Lily. You know Paris Lily. Hold on, wait. You know Paris Lily. You know the nigga that pressed you because you was talking out the side of your neck? Go look at his YouTube page. You see, that's the funny thing about these PlayStation guys. They hide from Xbox news. They hide from the good news. I swear they do.
People seem to agree that it does. Some people say that it doesn't. This is all about building a gaming platform that will always be with you so you can play your games across devices anywhere you want, delivering an Xbox experience designed for players, not locked to a single store. That, to me, does sound like it confirms the talks about the fact that there is going to be other styles of store. Now,
and you see, this is what I'm saying. This is what it took for them to have it wrapped around their head. Forget the fact, like I said, forget the fact that Destin the Gary came out and told you this a week ago, right? Forget the fact that Paris Lily, right? The nigga that had you shook, the nigga that pressed you, had you apologize and shit. Forget the fact that he's played it and everything and confirmed it, right? Forget what we've actually heard from the people who've tested it and said, yeah, I was able to play my Steam games on it. Forget that, right? It's all just talk and speculation. I mean, what is dude talking about?
The reason that's a bit of a good and a bit of a bad is that, according to their own financial paper, that means the next Xbox is going to be very, very expensive. And the reason,
boy, you better hit up your girlfriend, or you better start begging like how you was begging for them teethus and shit. Niggas like, Sigs, why you got to hit up his girlfriend? Because he about to sell his PlayStation 5 Pro. He gonna be like, hey, baby, you know, I got this PS5 Pro. I'll give it to you for $650. He gonna hit her over the head with the retail price again.
Why is because, you know, when you buy a game on Steam, but you buy it on your Windows PC, Windows doesn't get a cut. Steam gets a cut. They get a 30% cut of every game, every microtransaction, everything you buy on the Steam storefront.
Oh, okay. Microsoft gets a cut too. What is he talking about? And if anything, don't you think when it comes to all the platforms, don't you think Xbox has kind of figured this game out? I mean, just go on your PlayStation and look at the storefront. All you see is nothing but Xbox games. They know what they're doing. Like, it's so crazy that nobody could see this coming. And now it's finally came. That's why, like I said, I've been saying it this whole video. I will repeat. This was not a video for Xbox guys. This was for all the PlayStation guys. And look at Sarah. She know, right? Phil Spencer, he's sitting back there. He's sitting back there with a cigar in his mouth, right? Just got done popping an Ozempic, son. He ready to go.
That goes to Steam. It doesn't go to Windows. So there is talks that essentially this next Microsoft console is going to be a lot more expensive because it's not going to be subsidized. Typically, you sell stuff slightly cheaper because you're making a cut of the sales. But if you're not getting a cut of the sales, then you got to price it up. You got to say, okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'm mishearing something, but why would they not get a cut of the sales of anything that they're producing, whether it's hardware, whether it's software? What are you talking about?
If I'm not going to be making any money off any of these Steam games, and let's face it, people aren't going to be buying.
If Xbox sells a game on Steam, they get money. Like what are we talking about?
Xbox games, because it doesn't seem like there's going to be many of them. You're going to price that.
This is what I mean, right? There's not going to be many Xbox games, brother. Where have you been? Did you not watch Xbox Showcase last year? Did you not watch the showcase recently? I mean, they certainly have more games than PlayStation, right? I mean, do I need to go over how the last time we saw a PlayStation showcase, nigga, Joe Biden was falling down airplane stairs, nigga? I mean, what are we talking about? You got to be coping. And like I said, I see the Xbox games. I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh my God, it was a slam dunk. All of these games are day one purchases. But they did have some games that look very interesting, right? So to sit here and cope like this, what the hell does PlayStation have?
System up. But the other part of this that I saw some people kind of pointing out, where was this?
Where was this? Notice, and this is, like I said, this is Ponyology 101, right? Scroll through all the negative shit. Oh, stop on a little meme, right? Doesn't matter that it only has 6 likes. And then he'll turn around and say, you see, everybody is upset about this. While you just go through everybody who has something positive to say. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some haters, but I just find it funny how he always cherry picks the bad shit. But he always does that.
A lot of words to say nothing. A lot of people making fun of it. Bro, just let it go. It's over. I saw a lot of replies of people pointing out the fact that, where was it? I saw this great one. Look at that. First-party devices. This, to me, very much signals that the next Xbox is not just going to be Xbox. It's not just going to be Microsoft making standard stuff. I truly believe.
But it literally says, including our future Xbox consoles together with AMD. But PlayStation works with AMD. I mean, what are you trying to say here? And that's what I mean. You notice the shadow of a doubt. It always has to happen. It always has to happen. And he just does it in real time. I mean, in a way, it's remarkable.
that the catastrophic failure of the Xbox Series consoles has frightened them. I think it scared them in a way that
it scared them so much that they're making more hardware. It scared them so much they're like, hey, they're putting new hardware out. They're like, hey, well, here you go. Here's a handheld. Here's a new Xbox. Let's confirm that we're going to be making consoles for the next 10 years. Yeah, they're frightened.
They didn't really foresee, because let's face it, the Xbox console has good graphics. It's got a lot of power. But the Series S has really held it back. A lot of developers have talked about the fact that
that darn Series S, right? We got it. We got to get that in. I'm glad we checked that off the list.
If you're putting out a game, if you put it on PlayStation, you just put it on PlayStation. If you put it on the Nintendo
Switch, no. You put it on PlayStation, you putting it on PC too. You see how they try so slick. I see they're not going to get it past 6. No.
Switch 2, you just put it on the Nintendo Switch 2. Whereas if you make it for the Xbox consoles, it's going to sell a hell of a lot worse, but also you have to make it optimized for 2 very different consoles, the Series S and the Series X. In a lot of ways.
And the devs have been able to do it, right? Unless they're devs that have a skill issue, right? Or unless it's been secretly money-hatted, right? And then magically will come to the platform a year later. I mean, I don't know, man. Right? Some devs say they're able to do it. I just think it's a skill issue. Am I supposed to feel bad about the devs? Do your job, nigga. Do your job, dev. Get to work, dev. See, that's the problem with y'all. That's the problem with y'all. That's what I'll never understand about like the console fanboys who come on here with the support the devs. No, you want my money? Get to work. Get to work. Make it happen. I'm waiting. And I don't want no day one patches. I don't want none of that bullshit. Skill issues. The devs that get it, they get it, and their games sell well.
I think the next Xbox is going to be a powerhouse. That's why she specifically talked about cutting-edge graphics and breakthrough gameplay. But more than that, I do think this unmatched compatibility is a sign that they want to start to try to make the Xbox consoles more like a Windows PC. Something where you can play anything, but it is just powerful on its own. No more of this staggered tier, more of this weird stuff. I think it is going to be a singular device with really good specs that can play anything possible.
Yeah, put it like this. You better start rubbing your girlfriend's feet. You better start begging like you did for them teethuses, nigga. You better hit your baby up. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, baby? How's that PS5? How's that PS5? Oh, you sure you don't want the Pro? It's got a pisser. You don't want the pisser?
Which I have to admit will be very interesting to see. There's already talks, obviously, about the Xbox handheld that's coming out later in the year by Asus. When that comes out, there is talks already, and I made a video about this on Sunday, but there is talks that because that plays Steam games, PlayStation games on Steam, play on it. You can play Spider-Man, you can play God of War, you can play all sorts of stuff, right? It is going to be wild if they put Steam on this next Xbox. If it runs great, like if it actually has extremely good performance, it would be weird to play like PlayStation 5 games that have been ported to Steam, put on this new Xbox. It'd be weird if we start next gen playing.
Oh, I know. They falling down to their knees when they hear this. Oh my God. I know these niggas are down bad, boy. Boy, oh boy, it must be hard to be a PlayStation fan in these times, bro. Phil Spencer ain't had to do them like that, bro.
PlayStation 5 games that look better than PlayStation 5, right? I guess we'll find out. At this current tense, I still feel like the Xbox brand is so dead. I mean, you can call me a hater all you want. I just feel like Xbox as a brand has lost any sort of relevance. So
any sort of relevance. You know, I commend this guy, bro. At least he ain't switching up. At least he's staying 10 toes, right? He is going to die on this hill. I commend him, right? Even looking at certain destruction, complete annihilation, right? You know, like the niggas on the Titanic that was playing the violins and shit while that shit was going down. That's going to be him right here.
The next Xbox needs more than just good marketing. It needs more than just flashy commercials. It needs a hell of a lot of luck more than anything else.
And you see, I'm so glad that you said it, right? It needs more than good marketing. It needs more than good games. It needs more. It's got to be lucky, right? Because you niggas don't play games. I'll tell you what it needs to do. It needs to be able to go on Twitter, right? Because if it can go on Twitter, you'll have all the PlayStation fanboys sold, right? But you know what I mean, man. It's been your boy Siggs, bro. Until next time, peace.